Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that. Alright, what it do, still with the count. This finna be a slow cooker. Shine like a lamp, big bounce out, bounce down. Can't poke through the door. Hit the top this box, fucking that's a little. Never tough times don't last. Cause people do don't opposite. Caught him in the hell up, man. We got a peak game, man. The folks in one swing. Alright, man. This finna be a slow cooker. I did a video talking about Edgar Berlanga and Hamza Sheeraz, right? And I talked about how Edgar Berlanga did not step up to the plate, basically, right? Had somebody in the comment section try to say, oh, but you picked Edgar Berlanga to beat him, so how are you going to sit here now and really badmouth him? You picked him. I did pick Edgar Berlanga. I picked Edgar Berlanga to knock out Hamza Sheeraz, right? I did pick Edgar Berlanga. Not because I'm a fan of Edgar Berlanga. I pick Edgar Berlanga because boxing is a what have you done for me lately type of sport. Hamza Sheeraz was coming off of a draw, a fight he should have lost to Carlos Adames, right? At 160. He's moving up to 168 to fight Edgar Berlanga. So I went out for that performance and said, I don't think he's going to beat Edgar Berlanga. Although I have issues with Edgar Berlanga as his skill set, right? I feel like Edgar Berlanga was going to knock him out. That's what it is. I didn't pick Edgar Berlanga because I'm a fan of Edgar Berlanga. So let's just get straight to it, okay? A lot of y'all are fans of fighters. Y'all not fans of the sport of boxing. And y'all try to pretend like y'all fans of boxing. So you try to come in here and you pick your favorite fighter, right? You know, or you refuse to pick a fighter. I don't give a damn if I'm right or wrong. I'm going to pick who I'm going to pick. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I stand on my 10. Boss ain't never ran from no smoke. Boss ain't never, avoided or eluded nothing. That's just not how I get down. Anybody who been following my channel know I stand on my 10 on everything. In person, I stand on my 10 on everything. It ain't tough guy talk, it's grown man talk. So understand, when you come over here talking like that, you better have your ducks in a row. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to cook you, bro. When I hear man talk like that, when you ain't did your homework, man, I'll tell you, because a lot of people who say stuff like that ain't been following my channel. A lot of people that say stuff like that don't know boss. So when they come over here and they say stuff like that, then, you get somebody who been following my channel, they tell you, nah, boss gonna stand on his 10 every time. That's what it is. Whether I'm right or wrong, I stand on my 10. I don't avoid or elude no conflict. You feel me? So that's what that is. I picked Edgar Berlanga to knock out Hamza Sheeraz because of the fact that Hamza Sheeraz had a draw with Carlos Adames, a fight that he lost, a fight that Mr. Turkey Combs went to the corner and was like, hey, you losing, and went and talked to the judges and everything, and it so-called came out a draw, right? But the stuff I've been saying, the stuff I said, I've been saying about Edgar Berlanga. I've been saying those things. I said, man, the dude is not a skillful guy. He just relies on power. That's it. So it's not like I switched up completely, everything. I've been saying the same thing. I'm very consistent in what I say. I don't switch up or fold for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So you go watch all my videos I made by Edgar Berlanga on this channel and Clutch Factory. I'm very consistent. I've been saying the same thing. I said, if Edgar Berlanga getting there with a dude that can box, they going to beat the brakes off of him. Right? There's a reason why he don't want to fight Caleb Plant. I've been saying that. You know what I'm saying? I've been critical of dude. It ain't like I was a fan of his and then, now that he lost, I'm bashing him. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we ain't gonna do. You feel me? We keep it this book 1,000. We keep it at a T. I ain't got time for all the games. I ain't got time for none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm on boys' heads like fitted caps. And that's just what that is. So when I see people posting comments like that, just let me know how I need to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when it comes to that matchup, Edgar Berlanga, straight up and down, didn't show up. What am I supposed to say? Oh, I'm very sad Edgar Berlanga lost. No, the nigga didn't show up. I told you exactly what happened. There's no emotions involved with that. I told you exactly what happened. The nigga got in there. He didn't show up. He didn't know what to do in there with Hamza Sheeraz with the taller fighter. That's what it is. You look at the fight, exactly what I'm saying, that's what was going on. The nigga was fighting on the outside, right? When you fight a taller fighter, you want to get low and be under him. Pause. You don't want to be on the end of his punches. So Edgar Berlanga should have been mid-range to inside to mid-range. That's what he should have been. He should not have been on the outside. He should have utilized his jab. Another thing he was doing, he was jumping in with his jab. He was jumping in with the jab. He wasn't stepping with the jab and working with the jab to get inside. He was jumping in with the jab, which left him open to be countered by the right hand and left hook. Which happened to him? Boop, boop. He was on the ground. What are we talking about, bro? Man, stop playing with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, I don't be trying to be animated with y'all niggas, but y'all niggas talk too much in these comment sections. And then when I cook you, you want to get all sensitive. Oh, why are you? What? Man, I don't got time for that stuff, bro. You know what I mean? We men. You can't, as a man, you type some stuff. So as a man, you need to take this session. Pause. These are the things that are laughable to me. Edgar Berlanga didn't show up. That's what it boils down to. Hopefully he can get himself back right. He needs to refocus himself because he kind of built himself off the persona, right? Something I've been saying, the persona. He didn't build himself off the skill set. He didn't build himself, he built himself off the persona. You feel me? He built himself up off, you know, getting certain opportunities. He was celebrating the fact, I said these in videos. He celebrated the fact that he lost to Canelo, that he didn't get knocked out by Canelo. He celebrated that, right? When he didn't deserve that fight. I was one of the ones sitting there saying that. That nigga don't deserve that fight. Just like Hamza Sheeraz don't deserve a Canelo fight either. How Hamza Sheeraz gonna get a Canelo fight for beating Edgar Berlanga? Are you serious? Edgar Berlanga ain't beat nobody that's prominent. He fought his last fight, he fought a dude that was in jail for like 15 years. 15, 20 years. He just fought a dude who just came out the cell. And he was on an undercard of a Pro Box TV undercard. He wasn't even the main event. How do you come out fighting Canelo and then be on the undercard of a Pro Box TV? No disrespect to Pro Box TV. But how do you do that? Huh? This is what I'm talking about. He wasn't even the main event, bro. I don't even know who the main event was of that card. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't even main event in that thing. That nigga was on the undercard, bro. This stuff I've been saying. It ain't like I switched up and you know. No, I've been saying the same thing. I'm very consistent, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I don't sit here and you know, say one thing and, you know, I'm going to say this today. I feel like saying this. Oh, I feel like saying, no, nigga, consistency is key with Boss Hog. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to consistently be on your head like a fitted cap. I keep telling y'all think this is a game. Like, I'm just out here. I know I talk hood or, you know, I talk Texas. You know what I'm talking about? I want to say hood because I don't look at myself as hood. I talk Texas. So when I talk that Texas talk to you, you know what I'm saying? It shows to you, oh, he's ignorant. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Man, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? You don't like that Texas talk? You don't think I know boxing? This is what you can do. Jump on the live with me and we can see who know boxing. Or, you know, there's other route we can go. You know? Or I got fighters. You got fighters. We could come up with a game plan. I could put my fighters against your fighters and see who wins. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro, at the end of the day, like, just you can't mess with Boss, bro. I don't care who you is. I don't care who you like. You can't mess with Boss. A lot of y'all sack chasers anyway. Y'all fans of fighters, you're not fans of the sport. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I'm a fan of boxing. I want boxing to win. I don't care about fighters, right? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm a fan. I don't know. I want fights that make sense. You know what I'm saying? I want fights that elevate boxing. You know what I mean? That's what that is. How's Canelo fighting Hamza Sheeraz? How does he get that fight off beating Edgar Berlanga? What did Edgar Berlanga do in the sport of boxing? What has Edgar Berlanga done? I've been saying, this is the question I've been saying. You can go watch all the videos I did about Edgar Berlanga. What has Edgar Berlanga done in the sport of boxing to make you look like, oh man, he's a top guy? Who did he beat? Canelo voice. Who? Stop playing with me, bro. I don't understand why I gotta see. This is the thing that kills me. I gotta do y'all dirty in order for y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Edgar Berlanga is a guy that got power. Okay, he could possibly blossom into something. He's still young, but he gotta start taking his career seriously. He gotta stop all that talking and start working on his craft. Add to his skill set. I don't know if he need a new coach. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's the new coach. I think it's just him. He just got to lock in, build his skill set up, and stop all the antics. You know what I mean? Pre-fight, he throwing money at Oscar De La Hoya. He beefing with... He doing all this stuff that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? He bragging about a loss to Canelo. Like, bro, are you serious? Yeah, he felt it. You know, Canelo normally goes to the club. He didn't go to the club. You lost. What are you talking about? You lost, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I gotta use that word. You lost. Why are you celebrating that? You see what I'm saying? And that's why I said, man, he didn't deserve that opportunity. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel about Shakur a little bit. I feel like if Shakur gets a tank opportunity, he finna get more bougie. Look at Terrence Crawford. Look at him. He won't fight nobody. He don't care. He only want to fight dudes that's gonna make a lot of money for him. That's it. Instead of updating and making his resume Hall of Fame. No, his resume in Hall of Fame. He got Hall of Fame accolades, but not a Hall of Fame resume. Oh, that's a video right there. Oh my God, I'm finna cook. All I'm saying at the end of the day is that. Another thing. You got dudes, I guess he from overseas. All you know is U.S. boxing. I'm from Texas, bro. Which is in the United States, sadly. I wish Texas wasn't a part of the United States. You know what I'm saying? But I'm from Texas, bro. You know what I'm talking about? So, Texas is a big state in itself. We got a lot of sports down here. You know, boxing is growing down here, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of boxers down here. It's a lot of boxing in the United States. It's a lot of boxers that make it out the United States, right? But this is the question I have, right? You say, oh, you don't know anybody outside the U.S. If you do your homework on Boss and look at my pound-for-pound list, one of my pound-for-pound fighters is not from the U.S. Matter of fact, two of them is. Usyk is my #1 pound-for-pound boxer, right? He dominated cruiserweight, went to heavyweight, and dominated heavyweight. So he's my #1 pound-for-pound fighter. He went from one weight class to another and did the same thing, dominated it, fought killers, did what he needed to do to become the best, right? That's what he did, right? Naoya Inoue is my #2, okay? I got Naoya Inoue as my #2. Terrence Crawford is my #3. So I got an American fighter as my #3 boxer, pound for pound list, right? So I don't want to hear you talking about, oh, he don't know, he don't pay attention to the da-da-da. If you do your homework, I'm very highly on Usyk. I'm very high. I speak very highly of that boy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, now Hamza Sheeraz, did I know about Hamza Sheeraz? I heard of him, right? And although he beat Edgar Berlanga, I don't think he beat nobody prominent at 168. I don't think Hamza Sheeraz could beat Caleb Plant. I don't think Hamza Sheeraz could beat Jamal Charlo. I definitely don't think Hamza Sheeraz could beat a washed-up Canelo Alvarez. That's what that is. He beat a Edgar Berlanga, right? Y'all trying to look at him like he a top fighter. Edgar Berlanga just talked his way to be looked at. That's it. And that's what these young dudes do. They talk their way into looking a certain way. So you could be like, man, Edgar Berlanga, he'll be good. This be a good fight, a good promotion. No, nigga, the dude, he hasn't developed his skill set. You feel me? Edgar Berlanga got power. You know what I mean? He could be an exciting fighter if he learned how to set up those shots as a power puncher. He learned how to utilize his jab. He learned how to step with his punches. You know what I mean? He has to get the IQ. He was doing a lot of things in there that was wrong. We just gonna keep it 1,000. He was doing a lot of things wrong in there with Hamza Sheeraz. But I'm not finna sit here and be like Hamza Sheeraz is a great fighter. No, he beat Edgar Berlanga, a fighter that talked his way into being popular. That's it. He didn't fight his way into being popular. He ain't beat no prominent names at 168. I still think Edgar Berlanga would lose to Caleb Plant. That's the reason why he don't want to fight that matchup. So I don't want to hear that stuff about, oh, you don't pay attention to anybody outside the U.S. I mean, truthfully, why should I, bro? Who outside the U.S. is really just making a lot of noise? You know what I mean? Besides the two people I named. Why should I go focus on a low-level guy in the UK or Russia or, or Australia? You know what I mean? Why? You know what I mean? I live here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time, how are you going to know about these guys unless they sign to a big promoter? You know what I'm saying? And they get on these big cards. That's how you able to see them. Here in America, I could go to a fight card here in Houston that got guys that are not on the big stage, but I could go see them fight and be like, man, that dude could fight. Just like, it's a dude I told you, my former sparring partner, John Torres. He's 11-0. He fought at 168. You know what I'm saying? Dude, southpaw, got cracks, power in both hands. You feel me? When I say he got cracks, he got cracks. Like, he got concrete in his hands, bro. I'm telling you. You know? So all I'm saying at the end of the day, bro, it's like, look. It's easier to go to these. Now, if I lived in Australia, if I lived in England, if I lived in these other places, yeah. I would most likely be able to go see the up-and-coming guy. Pause. Because of the fact that I live over there. I live over here. The only way you're going to see these Russians and all these other guys is if they get signed by a big promoter and they put on a fight card and you able to watch the undercard to see him fight and be like, man, that dude there, he's shining. That's it. But here, I could go to an amateur fight. I can go here and be like, man, it's a little young dude, bro. You know, the little young dude, he doing his thing. You feel me? So we need to cut this foolishness out, bro. Stop playing with my name, bro. I don't got time for that stuff, bro. I don't bother nobody. I'm on my own business, stay in my own lane. You keep doing what you do, and I do my own thing. But it's like people want to play with boss. Then when I cook you, then it's, oh, you're doing too much, boss. You're getting too, you're getting emotional. I'm like, but you on my comment section crying like a beezy. You in my comment section saying X, Y, Z, and F. You over here. I didn't come for you. You came over here. You keep coming over here too. This the crazy thing. I keep telling y'all, you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like what's going on, don't watch my videos. I told y'all that. Boss ain't on here for views and likes. I'm on here because I like to talk boxing. That's it. I like to talk boxing. It's good to see different perspectives and different parts of the world. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I like boxing. That's why I like talking boxing on this YouTube platform, because you get to talk to a dude that live in Africa, China, Japan. You know what I mean? On the internet. That's live to me. You know, get different perspectives, different viewpoints, and you were able to basically debate or gauge, you know, okay, or they may be able to fill you in on some information you didn't know. But that's what it's about for me. You feel me? Boys need to get their mind right. You let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.